Oh my god, I'm late. I'm super late.
Just making my lunch before play. You're really gonna take your time, aren't you? There you go. Come on, I gotta go play Shadowkeep. Hurry up. Alright, here we go. Hello and welcome to Garlandorf Gaming. My name is Brian and today we're gonna do Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, the review. Destiny 2 Shadowkeep is an excellent expansion to continue the Destiny story in the right direction. We not only advance the entire story arc and leave us asking further questions, it also allows the mind to wander and our hearts to weep for the characters involved in the story. Disclaimer, I'm going to do an honest review and do my best not to spoil the end plot involved in the campaign. The campaign itself was short and sweet, but in the right ways. The activities were relatively same: go to the place, kill the dead enemies, and keep moving on. Simple yet effective. This is standard for Destiny, but the campaign starts off in excellent fashion that employs parts of the vanilla campaign. The tanks. Yes, we get to drive the tanks. It's the best. It's not much, but it's nice to see. We see the return of Eris Morn, but in a different way. At the end of the Taken King, she left the tower to go into space to fight off the enemies of the light. When we see her, she is on the moon and is haunted by the nightmares of her past. The missions we embark on for the story have us track down the nightmares of our past. As we fight each nightmare, Eris brings up lore context that applies to each one throughout the lore of Destiny. When I first started playing Destiny, I didn't dive into the lore as much as I would have liked. I just felt it was unnecessary to travel to a third-party site. But here we are now, in Destiny 2, where the game itself provides the lore context on in-game tabs for us to look up. This allows both veteran players to feel rewarded for the knowledge they've gained from playing the original Destiny, but it is also very welcoming to the community of new players who haven't played yet and don't know these characters and don't know the story from where they've come from. For myself, the ending of the campaign was genius and really sets us up going forward in the Destiny community for a long time. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for us. Strikes have relatively been the same. Not much changes there except we have two new strikes and they're both fantastic. It's fun to play the new content, but I imagine that the strikes may get old after a while. Even then, it's still a fantastic system to level up and play with your friends. Speaking of new systems, after having a closer look at Armor 2.0, it is simply amazing. It's easy to understand, yet effective in its application. Each armor piece will roll with the 6 stats, and a number for each one. At the bottom, you'll see a total number that ranges from 0 to 100. That bottom number represents the overall score of the armor based on the stats rolled in it. So if you have an armor piece that has a total score of 49, it is technically not as strong as an armor piece with a score of 56. But if you're looking to min-max, you should focus more on the roles that increase the stuff you want. For example, you want more grenade throws, you need a higher discipline stat. So equipping an armor piece that lowers your discipline but has a total overall score that's better isn't exactly what you're trying to build for. But to have the strongest build, you're going to want a good overall score that doesn't ruin your min-max potential. The changes to the Crucible have been interesting to say the least. I've really enjoyed the matchmaking. It's applied by a true skill, which is an algorithm that runs as you play. Every time you start doing better, you'll find that the algorithm's next game will have you matched up with people who play better. And if you're playing worse, well, you end up playing against with other people who are doing worse as well. Granted, I am not the best PvP player. If anything, I am average at best. But I enjoy the challenge as I am playing against people who play at the same skill level as me. I'm always playing against people who are at the same skill level as me. The better I get, the tougher my opponents will be. And that's what makes the Crucible fun and exciting. In Shadowkeep, I have spent a few hours in the Crucible, and I've really enjoyed the Survival Freelancer playlist. It's nice knowing that everyone I'm playing against isn't in a fire team, and it really makes the team play harder but rewarding. As an example, one team I played against had their teamwork skill just go off the charts. They ended up working together and toppling us in a single round. But the next round, it felt like an even closer match as our team was able to bring up our skill while we weren't able to communicate and plan things like a team that's in a fire team would. I feel like the changes to the hand cannons were very needed. Now that we have it where it's a severe penalty to range fall off on them, it feels like I actually have to get closer to make my shots with my hand cannon, even when I'm using Ace of Spades. But I still feel rewarded for the high damage output when I can make my shots at the correct distance. Essentially, with the changes to the Crucible, it is very friendly towards solo players, even in the competitive setting, as it is based off your skill. I'm still rewarded even if I'm playing with a team that's not very well coordinated. I'm still rewarded even if my team didn't win, but I played better. And I'm not rewarded if I played terrible, even if my team won. It's a better balance, it's more fair to solo players who are trying to get through the competitive list. By the time this video's up, the race for the world's first for the new raid will begin. Unfortunately, I will not be able to cover it due to my work schedule. The artifact system is a nice and welcome change. It allows us to equip seasonal mods and unlock the mods we want to use that will inevitably help us in our gameplay. Personally, I need to do more testing on the mods themselves, but generally I find the mods in the system to be awesome. You will come across dead enemies that are labeled unstoppable, or they'll have a barrier. And to beat them, you will need an unstoppable mod for, say, your hand cannons or your auto rifles, or a barrier mod for any gun that requires them. These will help you beat these dead enemies, because an unstoppable dead enemy will charge you and won't stop until he gets to you and kills you. And the barrier dead enemies, well, you can take them down, but as soon as they get about half health, they'll enact a barrier that prevents them from taking damage that they can shoot through. So you need a barrier mod to shoot through it and keep damaging them, or else they'll just regenerate all their health and you'll have to start all over. Even supers can't go through this barrier. Overall, if you're looking at expanding on the Destiny experience and find yourself with money for it, Shadowkeep is an excellent purchase. I live in Canada, so for me the price was $46.99 on the PlayStation Store, and for me it was worth it. It's a fair size amount of content, lots of things for me to do. Not only do I get to enjoy the nostalgia of visiting the moon, but there is more of the moon for me to explore, and dungeons to explore, and new challenges, new ways to play, new system to enjoy. But a lot of that is free for all players. The new Armor 2.0 system is free for all players. The season is free for all players. So if you don't feel like justifying the purchase, maybe wait and try out the free stuff. But if you enjoy it, maybe buy it. I think it's worth it. The campaign is excellent, brings out the best parts of Destiny, and continues to push the Destiny story in the right direction. For me, the final score is a whopping 7 out of 10. It's good, but if you want, you should just try the free experience first. However, if you're looking for more campaign and a new location to play and more things to do, it's an excellent purchase to make. But I feel like a lot of the content will get old after a little while. But hopefully with the upcoming seasons and the raid and more, maybe we'll enjoy the game even further. But final score, 7 out of 10.
Anyways, that's it for me. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel as it helps me get views. That's wrong. That line is wrong. Anyways, if you liked the video, please leave a like as it helps me get views. If you want to see more, then you subscribe to the channel, because I'm an idiot YouTuber and don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, take care, kill all the dead enemies. Bye-bye.